This is how supporters of the pro-Kurdish People's Democratic Party, or HDP, are motivating themselves ahead of Turkey's election on June 24. Abdulhakim Dash is hoping to get a seat in parliament, but he says his party is the most disadvantaged in the country. The HDP's presidential candidate, Selahattin Demirtas, has been in jail for more than 18 months on security charges.
We don't have any channel for propaganda. The ruling party controls the press. Our politicians are in jail. President Erdogan has everything in hand to campaign freely. It's not fair.
An armed struggle between the state and the separatist Kurdistan Workers Party, or PKK, has lasted decades, costing at least 40,000 lives. And the peace process broke down in 2015. The following year, a state of emergency was imposed after a failed coup attempt. Professor FUAT KEYMAN doesn't believe the Kurdish issue is being properly addressed.
The time has come to actually go back to the sort of a political solution, both inside and mainly, outside Turkey. And of course, Turkey has all the right to, secure its borders, its territorial integrity, its state. But Turkey would be much more safer, much more stable if Turkey actually makes a deal with the Kurds, not only in Turkey, but especially in Syria and Iraq.
Abdulhakim Dash says the Turkish government's objective is clear.
As the peace process ended, the government allied itself with the Nationalist Party. Look how they reacted against the independence referendum in the Iraqi Kurdistan. They don't want us to gain any status.
The Kurds are determined to make their votes count.
I have 14 kids and 12 votes in my home. All our votes are for Selahattin.
Kurds account for up to 20%, a fifth of Turkey's 80 million population. And despite the lack of trust between them and the state, they are still seen as having a pivotal role in an election that is changing Turkey's political system.
For the first time, Turkish voters will choose the executive president and parliament at the same time. If Kurdish People's Democratic Party receives votes above 10% threshold, it will enter parliament. And this is seen as a game changer because even if President Erdogan wins in the first round, his party could risk losing its majority. Sinem, Koseogulu, Al Jazeera, Istanbul.